It's time now for the BHL Morning News on this Friday morning, October 30th, 2015. Oh! Good morning, you all. This lovely Friday morning, October 30th, 2015 here. Here now, your news at 9 here, and our top story here at 8:15 here on this Friday morning here as a rapist who has been talking about a 6-day minute to allegedly should a Tennessee cop was killed by police early Friday, but what officials discovered is a scary conclusion. Republican presidential candidate Rand Paul said that the Senate passed Tibet depth and spend the night in the dead of the night. Before Jeb Bush took the stage in Boulder, Colorado for Wednesday's night's third Republican presidential debate, the president had decided that he had to put in a strong performance of his already flagging campaign that might be finished. Dramatic surveillance footage and crime scene photos obtained by CNN show the deadly progression of a shootout between rival biker gangs in Waco, Texas. Mayor Bill de Blasio's slow, awkward march toward endorsing Hillary Clinton in the world, but who jump-started his political career in a fellow New York Democrat reached its arguably inevitable conclusion Friday as the mayor said the U.S. military had Friday released a British resident who had been held as a war on terror captive at Guantanamo for more than 13 years but was never charged with a crime. Beijing, China's top family planet, afforded said on Friday that the central government will leave provinces and hash out that entails and implemented a new policy allowing couples to have 2 children. Vienna has Friday and Syria arranged diplomats open the talks on Friday, seeking a pathway to end the country's granted conflicts that have included Russian military intervention and international whips over the fate of Syria's battle president. Beijing, the Philippines has won an important role in its case against China over disputed parts of the South China Sea, with an arbitration court in the Netherlands saying that it is a jurisdiction in the case and it will hold hearings. Refugees arrived at the port of Malivos on a fishing boat after the boat in which they were crossing an agency from the Turkey to the Greek island of Lesbos, saying at least 22 refugees tried to separate shipwrecks off Greece. A jet plane's engine caught fire as it prepared to take off from Florida, and more than 100 passengers had to evacuate using emergency slides. A football field in Washington State has become more than a battleground for athletes as a suspension and assistant coach of the parade at Millfield and Strigan to 5 people around the country over the religious rights of school employees. Florida ex-Chris been convicted in stabbing deaths. The Moose Lake, Minnesota facility for sex matters that a lawsuit filed by prisoners asked they're electing the second prison sentence weapon and the treatment program is designed to be. Late yesterday, news broke that several PBMs have dropped Valley and Specialty Pharmacy, Philodor, and a few associated pharmacies from networks. North Chicago, Illinois, AbbVie announced financial results of the third quarter ended September 30, 2015. Walmart keeps $50 free shipping hurdle. London world shares rose on Friday and were on the course for the best month in 4 years, led by Europe's best month in over 6 years as global central banks kept stimulus policies intact and admitted internet further steps re-energize their economies. Here. Okay, stock market report here. Okay. Oh. A new scientific study says that extremely rapidly warming waters after doing close have a severe consequence to collapse the cod fishery that saw too many catches up, even as overall cod numbers declined due to warmer seas. At the beginning of September, the world was 300 tested for the side of Pluto, catch reminded the New Horizons spacecraft is departed a distant icy world on July 14, 2015. And a key moment under the world rose to the much anticipated Paris climate meeting this December one that underscored just how difficult solving the climate problem will be. The United Nations will release a Center's report asserted Albuquerque, New Mexico. This was something that had never been seen before. The full skeletal remains of the baby Princess Honduras, a plant-eating dinosaur, large horns that once World War was down North America tens of millions of years ago. The city of San Francisco has given additional $1.7 million to get into zero initiative, which aims to make the city free of the new HIV/AIDS infections in the whole U.S. Researchers have claimed to find variation in the gene for brain-derived neurotropic factor, which can have an impact on obesity among adults and children. When a study took sugar out of the diets of 43 children, the subjects began to feed their bodies safety clues of ignoring that when they're full of hungry. Take a look at the stock market report here. The Dow. 17,755.80 down 23.32 points. SP 539.41 and NASDAQ 5,094.27 here. Peter Childers, 820. Time out for a sports reporter. The New England Patriots defeat the Miami Dolphins 36-7 here, while the Norton Lancers boys soccer team defeated Westwood 5-1, and the girls soccer team blinked Westwood 1-0 tonight. The Boston Celtics will be in Toronto at the Garden to take on the Toronto Raptors, while the Boston Bruins will be down in Florida to take on the Florida Panthers here at the Norton Lancers football team be at home to take on the Rockland Bulldogs here. The Buffalo Bills will be going to the red uniforms as they try to change the fortunes, maybe although they can't find out until their second game after the bye. Number 12 against the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium. The New York Mets trail the Kansas City Royals 2 games in a but they're coming up. They're home. They're jump shot of red to the first World Series title since, well, they know, 1986. Here, Los Angeles Clippers center DeAndre Jordan of the Dallas Mavericks for Dirk Nowitzki taking off to Jordan was followed a shot in the first half. As another big win for Blake Griffin, the Clippers chip B win over the Mavericks. Peter Challengers on 821. Time out for weather report on time out for a travel report on this Friday morning here. Let's start out dating down here. Where? Route 138 to the westbound side, a little slower to Newport. 138 to the eastbound side, and it's slower around the jet. Even start before the Newport Bridge here. 295 to the southbound side, so from Route 6 in Johnson all the way out to Route 12 Crescent Route exit at 295 northbound around Route 12 and Crescent, so expect delays at 95 on the northbound side, so from Route 37 to Wark all the way at the downtown Providence here. 95 on the southbound side, exit around Route 185, so expect delays here. Route 6 to the eastbound side, a little slow before the 6 10 connector. 6 10, so from Route 6 to Route 95. 95 to the southbound side, so from the all the way at the downtown Providence here. 146 to the southbound side, so from Lincoln all the way at the downtown Providence around Route 95. 99 to the northbound side, so from Route 126 to Lincoln all the way at the Route 122 in Woonsocket here. 95 to the southbound side, so around 295 in Attleboro here. 290 to the eastbound side, a little slow from Route 146 to Route 9 in Worcester here. Southeast Expressway at both ends slow from right to split all the way at the Dorchester and 93 northbound slow all the way at the Mass Pike here. Mass Pike into the westbound side, slow from Logan Airport from Logan Airport to South Boston via the 10 Williams Tunnel here. Mass Pike into the eastbound side, so from Route 128 and western all the way out to the Austin Barton tolls here. 120 to the northbound side, so from Great Plain Avenue, Needham all the way out to Route 20 in Waltham here. 120 to the southbound side, so from the Pike all the way out to Highland Street in Needham here. 120 to the southbound side, it is so from Reddit all the way up to Woburn, and 128 on the southbound side, so on Route 3. 128 on the northbound side, so 225, Lexington to Route 3. 120 to the southbound side, so from Lexington all the way up to Waltham here. 93 to the southbound side, so from Bedford all the way to the Zanker Bridge. Route 1 to the southbound side, so from Route 16 all the way up to Route 93 in Boston here. In the Boston-Chelsea stretch here. Southern Tunnel slow, Cali Tunnel's looking good here. Route 3 to the southbound side, so from 485 in Low all the way at the Bill Ricker here. 93 in the southbound side, a little slow for the Derry stretch here. 95 on the northbound side, it's slow around the Hampton Tolls in New Hampshire. Spotted turnback slow around Route 4, Durham, New Hampshire, and the main turnback looking good from York to Augusta via Paulton here. And now, look at the MBTA alerts here. Subway system looking good here. Commuter rail looking good. And board low line inbound trains on outbound track to North Millworker due to the speed restriction here. And the ferries down looking good here. Peter Channel News Times 824. Time out for weather report here for today. Most of skies about 58 degrees and light west wind increase at a 611 miles per hour in the morning. Wind gust high is 25 miles an hour. Tonight, clear skies about 29 degrees. North about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Saturday, increased skies about 53 degrees and light variable wind. Saturday night, most skies about 40 degrees. God wind. Sunday, slight change of showers between 9 a.m. and noon. Most skies about 58 degrees and light south wind. Becoming southwest and 5 to 10 miles an hour in the morning. Wind gust high is 25 miles per hour. 25 miles an hour. Transpiration 20%. Sunday night, most skies cold about 44 degrees. So remember, turn your clocks back 1 hour before you go to bed Saturday night. Here, Monday, most sunny podcast sky high about 62, low about 42 degrees. Tuesday, most sunny, most good sky high about 67, low about 44 degrees. Wednesday, sunny podcast sky high about 62, low about 46 degrees. And Thursday, most sunny skies about 66 degrees. Here, currently in the north 48 degrees for first skies, humidity 56%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Jello. Morning news on this October 3, 2015 on Friday. Peter, see you. Good morning and good positive. You hear? Have a good day.